So for a long while I've had all these pins that I've collected on this random slab of styrofoam that I don't really even remember the original purpose of, and thought they deserved better. So although it would only cost $1 or $2 online for a nice simple one, I've decided to make my own pin flag because honestly, why wait for shipping when I can just do it myself? And considering I'm not trying to do any specific theme with my simple collection, I don't need anything really all that fancy. And so I have the perfect thing. This yard of leather, pleather, faux whatever I got as a gift, but I'm actually not going to be using the leather side of it for this. I'm going to use the felt underbelly since it would probably hide pinholes a lot better over time. As far as hanging the dang thing, I have this old couture hanger that I think would be perfect for a base. Just gotta keep it from wriggling around and make sure it can fit through the sewing machines. So to get that right out of the way, we're gonna go straight to the guns, because when if you thought I meant any other guns than glue, you're a fool. Congratulations. Now, to get rid of that pesky mobility. After a minute of misreading how downright hot GG was for this project, the log is sealed in place with a bit more glue than intended, but a lot less wiggle than I wanted. Look at that sucker not shake. Downright beautiful. Afterward, I used the foam itself to measure out the length and width that I want to keep within the width of the hanger before cutting out a good chunk of leather to play around with. Pinning down the sides in place to finalize measurements, it is time to run this baby through ol' Singer, carefully keeping the seam as straight as possible. Please, please, please ignore the shaky cam fear factor effect, as ol' Singer is a secret powerhouse. Not unlike yours truly. If we're being entirely honest about ourselves. Anyway, once it's through, and it's time to trim the fat. Perhaps I'll do something with this cord of leather in the future, maybe a bracelet, who knows. What I do know is that I'm going to take care of these white seam reveals, and yes, it may not matter, no one may notice, but I will, and that's the problem. So let's just mark those out with the Posca Black and totally pretend that the dark line under the fold is just a very defined shadow. And there we have it. The flag is ready, the board retired, and the whole thing looking pretty darn good in its simplicity, if I do say so myself. Only thing now is to figure out if there's anything at all I can use this foam for. Maybe a cord organizer for my consoles, but we shall see!